Well, I think now is a great time. This story's been referenced in one of your first episodes, and I've listened to every minute of your pod, and I do appreciate it.
Go with the archives.
Yes, absolutely. Well, with the hint of sports, I was as sad as anybody when our boys lost to Belgium.
Yes.
But with that said, there's, I think, still a little piece of Brandon and I in Belgium probably right now, because I would like to dust off an old favorite that's going to take both of us to tell about our beers, it's called our Beer Scholars Tour in college.
Oh man, it was the best. What great times.
Joke of a class.
It was in independent studies. No, you have no idea how much of a joke it is. If CBear doesn't tell you, I'm going to finish the story for him of how it ended in such a joke.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need your help filling in some gaps because
that's what I'm here
it's
for,
a bit of a blur. It was a couple beers many years ago, but just it was actually, I believe, Brandon and Will's psychology professor, Dr. Diane Cantazzaro.
That's right.
She was the sommelier of the year for the United States for beer. And so that's kind of, so she was really impressive, actually. She was really, really knowledgeable, passionate. Every year, she took 10 students, I think it was 10, to Belgium for a 1-credit class at Christopher Newport University, right? So she took 10 students to gallivant around Bruges, Brussels, and Amsterdam, trying all the beer, eating, drinking our way throughout town, for a credit course in college. I can't believe we got away with it.
To give her credit, there was you had to pick a subject that you spoke to that was like around Belgium.
Okay.
And you had to do a report on it. So we did have a writing assignment. But we had a 10-day vacation to pick our assignment pretty much.
That's right. The course included I think it was like a 15-minute presentation and a 10-page paper. That all comes into play in my end of the story.
Yes.
But that was the fraudulent frame of this class.
That's the front. It was definitely a front.
Yeah. So things start well. We fly over, Will, Billy, BGo, and I think like 4 girls, 3 other guys or something like that. None of us know each other besides Brandon, Will, and I, so we made fast friends. And we start in Bruges for 3 nights. And if you've seen the movie In Bruges, where Colin Farrell complains it's boring as hell, he's right. There's not a lot to do in Bruges.
It's a bell tower. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
And frites stands in the middle of the night with 100 different sauces to dip and stuff.
Yes.
But the first night out of dinner, we go to this beautiful, nice Belgian restaurant.
It was right in like the time, like their central square.
Okay.
Right there.
And it's important to note that there's giant glass windows walking out the front door. So when you walk up to the restaurant, there's people literally eating in that glass window. Nice romantic meal.
Because they have a beautiful view of the bell tower and the square. It's a beautiful, beautiful setting.
Absolutely. Beautiful setting for a romantic date. Well, we get set in a back table and there's revelry. This is again this first night. And Brandon gets in a giggle fest with me about the word bolognese.
Bolognese.
He starts cracking up the table. All the guys and girls, this is pronunciation of bolognese.
Bolognese.
That's right. He's got a hard on for the bolognese. So he orders said bolognese. It sounds like a great idea. Who wouldn't order a boring meat dish when we're in Belgium? Just sauce and meat, ground meat.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he's like BGo tends to do. He finishes the meal every drip. And
that's right.
We're having nice Belgian beers, and someone starts getting a little bit of a tummy ache.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, his tummy starts rumbling a little bit, and we're wrapping up, and boy, he's kind of turned over. He's not feeling well. He's like, Chris, I do not feel good. I mean, CBear, I do not feel good. And we're like, well, let's go ahead and high step out of here. Brandon takes 2 steps out of that restaurant and vomits all over the sidewalk, this cobbled sidewalk, in front of everybody eating in the windows.
Like, I couldn't have picked a more pristine, like, they're staring out of this beautiful night sky, and they just see this American brute come out and just bolognese all over the place.
And we run like the wind. I don't even know if we knew which way we were going. We just ran to an alley.
I gotta go.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, and I will note that when we went out another night and we went to a bar and it was an Irish bar actually within Belgium. They do not like Americans coming in and ordering Irish car bombs in Europe. Apparently, it's a bit of a faux pas.
Really?
They're like, what did they don't know what Irish car bombs are. It's a very delicate subject, I'm sure.
Yes, it's named after not a very good incident.
No.
In quite mocking fashion, and we have to say it's one shot of this, one shot of half a shot, and then we mockingly chug this in your face while hundreds of people have been killed over the past 100 years.
They wouldn't even give it to us. They wouldn't give us the car bombs, so we had to order a shot of Jameson and a shot of Bailey's.
Right.
And they're like, can we also get an empty shot glass so we can mix them?
Yeah, can we get one empty glass and one full glass of beer so then we can pour in half it? It was just a whole. Yeah.
So we had to pretty much deconstruct the car bomb and then reconstruct it. That was our we were motivated. We were like, we're getting these car bombs.
I can't believe you actually just still went through and did it.
Yeah. What CBear might not know is that was the same night. And I know this distinctively because I had a second wind of that vomit. And it after we did a car bomb, I was like, and I went right back outside, right back on the cobblestone. Luckily, I found a grate that went right into the sewer, and I just aimed right down there. That was nice. I was trying to be polite.
Right out the front door.
I was a kiss in the country.
Throw it up twice in 3 hours.
I don't even know it was that long. It was a rough first day for BGo in Belgium.
We had a big day. Yeah,
it was a big day. I had a lot of travel.
But one of the objectives of going to Belgium too was also a high school exchange program. So we actually, Brandon, all of us meandered into a high school, had to go sit and present on stage, I think introduce ourselves, and then break up into little groups with 4 or 6 kids. I don't know if you remember this, Brandon. And we had to kind of talk about the differences between American culture, Belgium culture. I don't know about you, but I felt like an idiot. They knew 8 languages, engineering, math. I was like, this counts towards my graduation one day. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
Yeah, I mean, these kids, these 15-year-old kids, I speak 6 languages. And I was like, I barely speak one. Barely.
Yeah, I want to be an aeronautical engineer. I want to be a pilot. I'm like, well, I came into school of marine biology, and I pretty much knew I was going to fail out on that. So I'm skating through business school. Yep, that's what I'm doing here.
So you guys are basically taking this trip just to drink through Europe, and they're actually looking at it as a legit.
They're like, oh, look at these American scholars in college, and we're like, I don't know what you want from me.
We're the furthest thing from.
They're like, socioeconomically, how do you see the U.S. surviving the next 5 years? I was like, nah.
And one of us was even.
I can't tell you that. I'll tell you who I voted for on American Idol, though. All right. American Idol out here? Yeah, it's a great show.
One of us even became referred to as American Prince.
American what?
Prince. My American Prince.
That tracks.
We'll fast forward through that, BGo. But yeah, we went out nightclubs, dancing. But
we did.
So that was kind of like part one. I don't know if you have anything more to add, but Brussels.
No, yeah. What I'll say, my little tidbit on the going out thing, it was crazy because we didn't think about it this way. But we're in a different country, imports, exports, all that stuff. Budweiser was more expensive than a shot of Grand Marnier.
Really?
So CBear and BGo's were just pounding Grand Marnier shots while we're out there because we're $3. Yeah, all right, sign me up.
I think Duvel. I think Duvel was the Bud Light of Europe, and it was €3.
So
that was their Bud Lights over there.
Yeah,
they're like, yes, you're drinking the Duvel. I was like, yeah, what are you drinking? And I think they were drinking Budweiser. Like, we're drinking Budweiser. I was like, what? I was like, okay. I think that was also where you and I perfected Black Magic.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can.
So
it's a party trick of ours.
CBear and I are clairvoyant. Do you know Black Magic?
I don't think so.
How have we never done Black Magic on Semco?
It's amazing.
It'll be CBear and I are, we finish each other's sentences and sandwiches. We can actually kind of predict what the other person is thinking. And, we just had to call it something, so we call it Black Magic.
Oh, I've seen you guys play that game.
You've seen us play Black Magic?
Yeah.
It's a hit with the ladies.
It is.
Right. Except
you
for
guys have a few good moves with the ladies.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Except for Mrs. Gordon. It pisses her off because she cannot figure it out, and we will keep it that way.
My wife, we did it for my 40th.
Oh, really?
And she tried every trick. She tried to blindfold me, and she was trying to she's like, you don't look at him. don't even look at him. And I'm like, and we still would get it right. And she's like, how is this possible? Just mind blown.
Oh my God. Well, we're getting off track here. But the thing I wanted to
Welcome
emphasize.
to the pod. That's what we do.
Welcome.
CBear, we get off topic. That's
what I
we
wanted
do.
to emphasize is that we got taken to like monasteries where monks like dug up bottles of like I don't know how long they were buried in the dirt, but this beer that had to be hundreds of dollars a bottle. And these jabronis are just like drinking, being respectful, trying to drink it a little bit at a time. But I mean, like the thousands and thousands of dollars of beer that we drank, and I didn't write one thing down. That's my biggest regret for the trip. I don't know what the one thing I drank.
We went to a place called the Delirium Cafe. You know what Delirium is?
That's the next part of this. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
great.
yes.
I can't wait to see you.
Allow me to steer this right here.
Steer away, my friend.
So the next part of the trip was Brussels. We went to we stayed in Brussels for a night, and that day so we took a train to Brussels, and the first highlight of that in Brussels was, I don't know if you know this, but the European Union is headquartered in Brussels.
I was afraid he was going to mention.
So we went to a European Union meeting and got to all sit around the circle with some of the most important people in the world talking about some important things. It was a little warm. Again, we had a long night the night before. It was a little warm in there, so it caused a little bit of a sleepy atmosphere for somebody.
Yeah.
So
stay awake. Geopolitical, the importance of the rise of the EU. It was like you read in your zone. I was just asleep at the table. I couldn't keep my eyes
about
open.
every 5 minutes, I hear, and I have to. Brent, wake up! Like EU officials right across from us staring at us. He's going.
So cozy in their room. It was so cozy in their room. Warm. The seats were very comfortable.
Well, because what they're talking about should have your ear.
Yeah, they had something. They had my
the thought of what they think of us Americans.
Why would our horrible classroom habits transfer to Europe? I mean, come on. Every stereotype.
Hey, at least I didn't vomit, right?
Yeah.
I did that the first night.
Yeah, got that out of the way.
So this goes into the interesting part of the trip in Brussels, where we actually have our tasks for splitting up because, like Brandon referenced, we each picked a topic to study and report on from Belgium. Brandon, what was your topic? Do you remember?
I don't even remember, man. I just know that I think it was you did music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You did music. I think I did like I did like African history. There was like an African history museum that I went to. In Belgium, in Brussels. Yeah, I'm not lying.
Okay.
And I did there, and I did my report on like the impact of like immigration with the African countries into Belgium, and like the history of like the support that they've given or something like that.
Probably like Jeremy Doku and Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, Romelu. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, nice
Go
rich,
back to the World Cup.
Nice rich history. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, mine was music, and so we split off on our own independently. And we were tasked with going to a museum for, I don't know, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and study up. And then we were all going to meet at the Delirium Cafe, which is a famous Belgium, like, basement cafe that has, like, 1,800 beers, the most beers in one bar.
Yeah, I think they did the Guinness World Record of taps.
Okay.
Yes.
Guinness World Record, yeah.
Well, my smarty pants, I go into a museum, walking tall, chest up like Vince McMahon, and as American, I'm sure they'll have some translation app in there or things. No, nothing. They didn't have anything in English. I went on there. Every plaque on the wall was in French. The recorder you get that walks you around, that was like in 6 different languages, no English. So I'm like, oh, great. So I walk around for about 10 minutes taking pictures of plaques on my phone, being like, well, I'll translate this later on the internet. And so I was there for literally 10 minutes. And then I goose-stepped it down to Delirium Cafe by myself.
Yeah. Because at this time we had all split up. So we had all agreed we'd get back in about an hour.
Yeah.
And like he took 10 minutes. He took 10 minutes.
So
we were all there like
So I kind of meander into this huge bar. Place is packed. It's down in a basement, like I say. And I sashay up to the bar confidently, and it's this giant like Cheesecake Factory menu of beers. So I just pick one, and they immediately give me like a 1.5 liter with like 2 glasses of beer. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh no, that's like 10%. I'm like, oh no. So I'm sitting there, just pouring myself grab myself a table, pouring a big old beer by myself. I go to order another beer. I do the same damn thing. I get another, like, they put 2 glasses in front of me again, and I'm getting sauced by myself here. So I'm sitting there minding my own business, pondering my life and regrets to this point, which there'd be many more. Which I didn't realize.
Yes. Coming up very soon.
I didn't realize I was on the front end. I was on the whole 3 of 18. And this beautiful girl walks up to me, and she starts spitting some French at me. And I'm kind of transfixed a little bit and a little woozy, and I say, "Parlez-vous anglais?" And she goes, "Oh, American." I go, "I'm American." Yeah.
See, and let me pause real quick. We were talking about that. So this is Chris, long hair Chris. So he looked European.
Okay.
He had the long hair.
This is about.
It was like down to here. He looked European. So
this is about a third of what I got. Yeah. I actually got asked twice for directions on the way to Lyrium by Japanese couples thinking I was German. And I always sent them on their way too. I had no idea where I was pointing them. I was like, it's 8 blocks that way. 8 blocks that way. Yeah. You're gonna 3 lefts and a right. You're gonna be fine.
Like an alleyway.
Yeah. I'll never hear from him again.
So this lovely young lady starts talking to me and invites me over to a table with their friends, and they proceed to start making fun of me in French and laughing, and we're all having a gay old time. Yeah, absolutely. And it's about time for all the boys to get there, and they all these Frenchies start wrapping up, and they all get up. I get up to say goodbye, and I exchange information with this young lady, and she proceeds to slap a kiss on me just in the middle of everybody. And there's cheering, there's clapping. I think there's like USA chant going on, pretty sure.
Will and I were here for this part. We were in the background like, oh, okay, CBear, let's go.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm walking tall, I'm feeling good. Fast forward in this part of the story, I'll fast forward a little bit to when we get home, because I've got her information. I will say this, she was drinking at the bar. And she also modeled, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So
you lookers.
Yeah, she was a looker. Oh, yeah. And she was drinking at the bar. And so I go to friend her on Facebook, and I happen to look at her birth date.
Oh.
Why don't you guess a number?
I'm going to guess we're looking at 17.
Lower.
Yeah, you got $1 on this one. Price is right rules.
15.
Ding, 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 ding. The conversion rate had to be like 19. So I'm pretty sure the euro conversion rate, yes.
He started making he was like, she was in the bar, and like, it's like, I didn't understand like the age of like drinking in this country and all this stuff. And
wait, is it not 18?
No.
I guess not. It's not in delirium.
It's like 15, 16 in Belgium.
Not in delirium.
Yeah. So let's just say CBear kind of cut off communicado after that. Because I'm pretty sure the FBI was kind of tracking him.
Correct. No communicado. And I just took that as a win. And grading on a curve.
USA.
It made me look a lot better. Because like, I'll go back really
you
quickly.
with like a 17-year-old?
Yes, it was a 17-year-old.
Okay.
One of the schoolgirls that we went to the school with, we went to a discotheque, and one thing led to another, and I was the American Prince, if you didn't know.
Oh, my American Prince.
American Prince.
I thought that was going to be Will Billy.
How dare you? I'm the Prince. That same night, Will brought somebody, because we were staying in a flat.
Yeah.
And, I think we were I was sharing a room with Will Billy, and you were sharing a room with some other guy. I can't remember.
A nerd burglar.
And I remember looking out as because we had brought him all over to our flat afterwards, and and she was a beautiful girl too. Probably 17. I have no idea.
I'm guessing 16.
But from the vision that I saw, all I saw was the back of his head and her head like this close. And I was like, yeah. And the next day, Will was like, no, the whole time she was talking to me about her boyfriend. I was like, oh God. I was like, my story's way better.
And Will's so nice. He probably lent it a year.
He's like,
Yeah. BGo and I, after 5 minutes, we would have been like, that's a
doorbell.
Look
at the time. It's a school night. You should get home. It wasn't school night. We didn't go to that school on like a Friday. I think that we were there like a Wednesday, and they're like, "Yeah, we got school tomorrow."
Yeah.
They're like partying at a discotheque all night. I was like, "It is different here."
It's if they can handle their
Different.
S.
I like that part though.
Yeah, absolutely. There was an absinthe bar by Delirium, but we did not go to, thankfully.
No.
I don't remember the rest of the night. I don't know if anything else happened BGo in Brussels, but
Not that night. There was a couple of nights we went to a couple of other discotheques, and dude, like I'm surprised CBear didn't tell this story. It's like, I'm jovial, and it's like maybe I thought I was stronger than I was. And we went out with a bunch of people, and one of the girls, she was sturdy. She was a sturdy gal. And I promised I would give her a piggyback ride back.
Okay.
She jumped up way too high on my back, and I just went right in the ground like twice. Like, and these are cobblestone streets. Yeah. My face looked so mangled. Like the next day, I was like, "Oh, my face!"
I forgot about that.
Sturdy gal.
Dude, 10 days in Europe. I'm surprised you all three made it back.
I'm surprised we didn't create a international incident.
I remember eyeing a tandem bike with you, and we're like, we are not surviving on this cobblestone. I mean, Dwight and I can't survive no Croak.
No. I do remember the freestyle. All the French fries he was telling you, they had these like French fry vendors, and that's all they were. And they had a bunch of sauces, but they were all mayonnaise based.
Okay.
So it was mayonnaise and pickles, or mayonnaise and this. Yeah. So like, but I think CBear acquired a taste for it. He liked the French fries with mayonnaise.
I hadn't before, and I have not looked back since. Absolutely. Yum a dum dum.
At least you gained some type of other parts of the world.
Yeah, it was a receiver's practically a Renaissance man.
Proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. I haven't heard one of those for a while. Proud of you.
Are you gonna go on your Amsterdam?
Yes.
Trip
That's kind of like the final chapter of the travel there. We went from Bruges to Brussels to Amsterdam, and our accommodations were a hostel on the outer of the city. If you're not familiar, Amsterdam is kind of mapped out like a clock. So it's hard to get lost. Not impossible, as we found, but hard to get lost, because as long as you found the center, you can kind of find your way to the outside, and then eventually. So we got into this hostel, we unpacked, and we start walking our way into the center of Amsterdam. What is the thing that everybody thinks about? Not the weed. What's like the famous thing that guys think about with Amsterdam?
Oh, it's
Anne Frank Museum.
It's legal prostitution, right?
It's the red light district.
Red light district.
Red light district. Correct. Ding, ding, ding. Well, there is obviously a scale of economies as you get farther away from the center of Amsterdam. Like you said, built like a clock. You start walking on the outside. We're walking on like what we think is red light district, and we're like, these are some fugly girls who.
Okay.
It's like, this is like downtown streets of Detroit. We're like, did we get transported to like Detroit?
We're in Baltimore.
Yeah, Bmore.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, what is?
Of course, we were also going at like 3 PM.
Right.
Not exactly the A squad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like, what is the fuss about here? We're like, and then as you get closer, the quality picks up. Let's just say, and they know what they're doing. But we Heisman to every offer.
That's right.
Every come our way.
Did not partake.
I'm proud of you.
We did go to the coffee shops, as in just see what they're about. And that is where I got the leverage that would come into my play for the grade of the class, was he caught our teacher smoking the ganj in one of the classes.
That's right. That's right. It was she wasn't just there for the beer.
No, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
Good on her.
Yeah. But we were good boys. We kept our senses. We're in a strange city. We're strange boys. I got to tell you, one thing I noticed, the cops were super nice. We saw this homeless guy pissing in a corner of a alley, and these two cops were on either side waiting for him to finish, and politely saying, Sir, will you come with us? Yeah, they were.
Yeah, it's very, very, very polite.
Surprised one didn't just take their stick and just whack him in the back of the leg. And
this is Amsterdam, baby. Everybody's just peace, love, and free. Free speech and whatnot.
Yeah.
I feel like we got the most education out of Amsterdam, if you believe it, on that whole trip. We did go to the Anne Frank Museum. We went to the Van Gogh Museum.
Cool.
That's right.
So we saw that too. And then we did go to the red light district.
You guys are probably so partied out from Belgium that you just didn't have that much energy left.
No, that was a rager that night.
That was yes. Before we went, remember I got our friend, a good friend Todd, and his beautiful wife had just moved into a new townhouse, and I was thinking of a wedding or a housewarming gift for him. I don't know if you remember what I found. We stopped by side stage that had these weirs, and there are these giant penis salt and shaker peppers with like the classic white and blue design. Yeah. So them opening up that housewarming gift and just holding them like that, it was just great in their house.
It was incredibly veiny. I was surprised how veiny the salt shakers were.
I got realistic.
Yeah, it certainly did. Yeah, and so I noticed memory is "Take Me Home, Country Roads" was an incredibly popular song there. They were singing at all the bars, watching.
Yeah. Really? Once they found out we were Americans, they were like doing a lot of John Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of John Denver.
That resonates today in the World Cup.
That's right.
That was today's anthem.
I didn't realize it until we got there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they liked you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So are we just gonna skip the hostile cameras bit, CBear? You don't want to talk about that?
I remember we got so hammered. We split up for some reason. I wandered by myself back to the hotel somehow and went straight to bed.
In the end.
The end.
Oh, great having you on, Steve.
Yeah, that's right. Good night, everybody. No, but it was a great time. Yes. I didn't know that I crossed things off my bucket list. I didn't even know it was on there. But we had a great time. But some of the crew didn't as much, Brandon, because there's a famous line of the. Do you remember the famous line of the trip in the morning?
Yeah.
We wake up.
Yeah, we were waking up in a hostel, and if you've been to a hostel before, it's just one small room with like 10 bunk beds.
Okay.
So they just pile as many people into these places as possible. Luckily, we had a big enough group that we're like, we're just going to take this one room. It's going to be our people that are here. And again, CBear mentioned that it wasn't just me, Will, Billy, and CBear on this trip. Other people volunteered for this independent studies, and people actually treated it like an independent studies. They're like, oh yeah, we're here for the beer, and the microbrews. Thank you very much.
That's right.
And we're here for Amsterdam
and for the young.
We were there for the Amsterdam, the very young beer. Yes, we were there for the young beer. We woke up, and I remember looking at CBear and Wilbur, and we had nothing but great things to think. We were like, that was such a great night, man. It was so cool. What great stories. What great. And this guy, and we were like still disheveled, like, stuff everywhere. We only packed one bag because we were there for one night, but everything was kind of just like all over the place, just in disarray. And then one of the guys that was obviously there for different reasons than we were, start packing up his stuff. And he's like, we all had to leave together. We had to get in the train. We had to leave together. And he's like, you guys, hurry up, get up and clean up so we can get out of here. And I was like, dude, chill the freak out, man. What is your rush?
The exact line I remember is, the faster we get up, the faster we can get out of here.
Get out of here. We're like, okay.
What a loser. What'd you do last night?
No, but yeah, man, the Amsterdam trip was great. Belgium was great. I loved in Bruges. I know that it was kind of quaint. I love the architecture. I'm getting kind of dorky, but it's like, because because Bruges was one of those cities that was decimated during World War II.
Okay.
And instead of rebuilding like modern, they purposely rebuilt everything pre-World War II. So a lot of the architecture was pre-World War II. It was really cool to see. A lot of great. You remember we got to touch the blood of Christ? You remember that?
I do, and I probably didn't appreciate it at the time, and probably don't appreciate it now.
I don't know. Yeah. I just made a bit out of it. I touched it and I was like, oh, and it was just like, come on, just get out of here.
No, we
needed, Christ repels you.
We needed all the help we could get. No, it was beautiful. And then of course the last night we went back to Bruges, and kept the pedal on the metal and had one last hurrah. And we so much so that the next morning we had to take a tram to the airport. And I think there's a famous picture somewhere of BGo and I sleeping on each other's shoulder in the tram because we're so tired.
It was, we moved our last night, and we're making the most of it.
Now there you go.
Man, Yeah, we left nothing on the table during that trip.
Oh,
that's for sure.
I'm glad you guys did that. Though.
Yeah.
Most would have taken it easy, knowing you have a big flight ahead of you.
Nope. And then we get to the old airport, and we're checking in our bags, and Brandon and I are trying to get the tickets, and the nice lady at the counter says, sirs, we usually don't allow intoxicated people onto planes.
I forgot about that. We almost weren't allowed on the plane.
But of course, it comes up BGo.
Seeping through our ports.
Jesus. Those
And
poor
they're like,
people next to you on the plane.
We were sitting next to each other. Who cares?
Yeah. And of course, I was on the center seat of the center row. You know, it was one of those big planes with a big 4-seat center.
It was a 252. 252.
And I was number 3. Oh, that sucked. But yeah.
I still remember, and I don't know why how it got timed, but we were flying back on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, okay.
We flew back on St. Patrick's Day. We stopped in Philly. Did we go to a bar in Philly? I think
we probably did. It sounds like us.
And then geniuses again. And because this is what we talk about when we were 20s, you're like impervious. You're like, I feel no pain. Like, what did you do? I went back to where I worked. I went to Kelly's Tavern, and I just kept going.
Did you really?
Right when we got back.
I gotta hand it to BGo. All throughout our career, he and Todd had an apartment, and I slept in their 3rd bedroom, which was the hallway to their laundry. And
that's right.
Brandon literally had to step over me on Saturday mornings to go to work at Enterprise in a full suit,
Yeah.
and I was just, I don't know how you did it. You've always been able to rally.
Yeah, though those were interesting times. Those were the days where I prayed for like a torrential downpour or a snowstorm. It was like, please close this down. So
I just don't know how you still got up and went in though. I would have called out so fast.
I don't know. It's my work ethic, you know. It's like I just, you know, like I'd never say die, that type of stuff.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, right. But my big regret is us not taking notes of what we drank, because if we look back now, we'd probably be like, I can't believe we did that. Can't do that. And I kind of regret disappointing Diane, our lovely professor, because I didn't write a report because I could not make a word out of the pictures I took of the French walls, and I definitely didn't show up to the presentation.
Neither did Wilbur.
Really?
I was the only one that showed up in the 3 of us.
And it was like Tommy Boy when I got my report card. I'm like, oh my God, a D+. I passed.
I think you got a C. I got an A. But it's a 1 credit class. It means nothing.
Exactly.
It means absolutely nothing.
No, it doesn't.
But I was so bitter. Because like that was another day where it's like I had to drag myself out of bed. I had a 10-page essay. I did a 15-minute presentation, and I was the only non-dork there. Everybody else was all like, proper, like, you know, they had PowerPoints. I'm reading off like a loose leaf piece of paper. I'm like, this is the Afro-American Belgium connection. And it was and I look over and I'm like, these motherfuckers, they didn't even do
I can't believe Will Billy didn't.
CBear was a terrible influence on Will.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
He was like, you don't need to do that. No, you know what CBear does? It's like, to make him feel better, he'll convince somebody else to do it with him. So then he's like, okay, now we're both not doing it.
I
You've
learned
been on that side.
The 2 times I lived with him.
Who the hell are you? Hannibal Lecter? Come on, I'm on the couch here. See right through me.
He's like, come on. Hey, come on. Hey, CBear, that son of a gun, he's a charming fella.
I know.
You can't help but want to kind of join him.
Can't stay mad at him. Can't say no to him.
No, we all float down here. Yep,
CBear's like a bad penny.
Yeah.
By the way, you notice anything new about the belt?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Did you clean it up?
Or what's not on here?
Yeah, the NWO or the NCO. You dropped it off.
Oh, thank God.
Or
okay.
CWO.
Okay, well, here's where I have to make a taxi cab confession. So, so this belt, similar in the, I'm wearing an NWO shirt. In wrestling, they spray painted an NWO for New World Order on this.
Right.
So when Dwight got the belt, when there was he last won 5 years ago.
5 years ago, yeah, if that, yeah.
He spray painted DWO, of course, in black spray paint. So he messaged me, like 2 months ago? Well, right after I got the belt, whatever. And he's like, oh, you're going to spray paint CW on there. I was like, that's a great idea. And I looked around the house and I couldn't find spray paint. And I was like, well, I'm too lazy to go to the store. I'm definitely not washing this thing. So good old AI generated some CWO and red lettering. So this is my confession to Dwight. And it's harder than you think because I've taken a lot of pictures with this and I've had to superimpose that same lettering on every angle, on every stuff, which is not easy.
This is his announcement that it's all of AA.
Oh my God.
It's all a sham. It's all a sham. My life's a sham.
Well, let's hope you can hold on to that one, because the last time I remember CBear having a belt, he left it in Pittsburgh. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I've had
it's somewhere. It's somewhere in Pittsburgh with my pink Puma hat that got mailed there, and I never got it.
We're gonna look for it. We'll spend a couple hours to look.
Go to
It's a manhunt.
Go to like to the Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, there's like a warehouse with all those like crates. My Puma hat's in there. So
Take a look.